Hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. Hi. Hi there, hi Figgy, how you doing? Hi and welcome, hi and welcome. Hi and welcome. Hi Figgy. So, I'm back. I am in fact back from the flatlands of the Dutch. It is eerie. It's eerily flat. Honestly, the words do not do it justice. It is mental. They don't have curvature there. They don't have slope even. Everything is just a constant. Was just watching Transformers Prime. Ah, I see. How are you enjoying Transformers Prime? How are you enjoying the show? Let me just actually... Oh, I just realized something. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on. Okay, so today we will be working on a couple of things. It's fun, but it's very noticeable that it's a kids' show. Well, I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I would expect that from a kids' show. I mean it with absolutely no offense. Let me open up the file explorer and let me just create a new folder and let's call it derivatives tool. And that's what we'll be working today. We'll be working on a sequel to derivatives video because there are a couple of stones that are yet to be turned and I would really like to turn them. So what is the derivatives? Where did we finish off? We finished off with the solving 35. This one. Good. I see good. Okay. So and such, so and such. Let me just really quickly check as well. In the last derivatives video, because I already forgot, did I actually include a segment about integrals or did I not? That looks like a segment about integrals. Yeah. That's good. Okay, this is good. This is good, but there's still more to mention. So, I have a script I've begun writing. Key being begun, not finished, not even close. Because it's two variables and we take a partial derivative. Yeah, I very much begun writing it. Nowhere close to being done because in this video I actually need to explain partial derivatives. I need to explain the composition rule or the chain rule. I need to explain the integrals as anti-derivation more concretely, and then I think that'll be good. That'll be fine. That'll be fine video-wise. That's because I have a lot of other physics video planned which require this kind of context. So it is important. So let's begin. No point in screwing around. Derivatives 2 and then partial 0. That's how I should begin. I'm also going to play myself some music on Spotify if you all don't mind. Hold on. Why did you open on this screen? That is not the screen I wanted you to open it. Right. Okay. I'm in top chat. Why am I in top chat? There we go. Now I'm in live chat. Last couple of live streams have been a bit chaotic on me, so I still need to get back into the groove, if you will. I can also make some coffee. I haven't been drinking really coffee much past couple of days. That could also be nice. Make me more energetic. Yeah, the only thing that differs is the geometry nodes, which I would prefer not to differ, to be completely and frankly honest. Okay, I think there's no difference now. Brilliant. In the last derivatives video, I've run out of time before I could talk about partial derivatives. Oh, how convenient. We're starting the sine derivative. Perfect. Yeah, this should do it. I also like already on 16. How convenient. And then as such, frames, and then partial. There is no need to actually define it. I have a question about the Taylor expansion video. At 315 and 325 the video, shouldn't the change of curvature, for what there will be curvature of the curvature? Yeah, the slope of the curvature is what you're looking for. Yeah, I did say curvature of curvature, which is technically inaccurate. If we establish curvature to be the change of the slope, then it would be slope of curvature, not curvature of curvature. Still, it doesn't take away from the point of the video, because absolutely everyone understood what I meant when I said curvature of curvature. No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I get it. I should have said slope of curvature. That would have been way more accurate. It's just that I said curvature of curvature, and then I didn't think it was worth like remaking the video. Well, not remaking the video, only re-recording the video just to change into a slope of curvature, because well, it's everyone understood. Oh, another thing we'll be working on today. Thank you so much for reminding me. The website, the one and only, the makeit.wtf. That domain name is still funny to me after all those years. The website, because it's awful. No offense to it, I made it. So give me a second, let me just grab my laptop, because actually the current copy of the website is on my laptop. And so what I need to do is I need to push it, I need to pull it, and only then will we be able to work on it. Because it does bother me. It does bother me just how bad the website is. We were rushing the entire event. Let me just tell you, all of those papers, plus the website, plus the free videos, plus the live stream, that was a lot of work, and we did not have much time. We finished the entire thing in less than a month. It was a headache. Enormous, massive headache. But because Remco, because Ash, because Caper are all incredible, we've actually managed to pull through. Still just barely, so I'm here to rectify that. Let me just git commit all message minor setup pdf setup git push. Okay, that's been pushed, so now I can work on the website. Desktop projects, charity website, git pull. Please tell me there are no problems. Oh, that was a lot more than I expected. Code. Brilliant. Well, okay. All of these are completely and utterly irrelevant. What is relevant, however, is no, these are the only quantum mechanics checkpoint. That is relevant. This is not the website that's on the website right now, if you will. You'll see in a second. Everything will hopefully make sense eventually. Venv activates, and then Flask run debug. I hope there aren't any database shenanigans I need to first deal with, because I hate dealing with the database shenanigans. They're bloody awful. Are there any? No, there aren't. Beautiful. So far, all of the links to the papers are highlighted in red locally. That is for a very specific reason. That reason being that I'm changing up the way it works a bit. Am I quiet, by the way? Is my microphone quiet? Because I don't know if I need to speak up or up my gain. It looks a bit quiet. I've been streaming a bit louder. There we go. Much better, I think. I hope at least. At least I hope. I hope you didn't readjust your audio only for me to start yelling. Paper. I need to change all of these to the... all of these to the papers. So what we're looking for, index. I already forgot how the macro works. Index and then the name. Alright, so the index we're looking right there is linear algebra. How did I already forget? Oh my goodness. The cheat sheet. Linear algebra is the third one. So linear algebra is 3. Right here, this has to be paper. And now if I remove this, there we go. Then if I go to website, we've just edited this one. Yes, this right here should be red if it worked. It is red, and if I click on it, it still opens up linear algebra. Beautiful. Linear algebra section, there is between the fifth row, vector and linear objects, there's an R missing. Linear algebra section. Are you talking about the video or paper or website? Vectors. Because vectors are linear. You are correct. Yeah, you are correct. You are absolutely correct. Well, I'm going to rewrite everything anyway, don't worry about it. Ash wrote this, but I am going to write it because Ash had very little time to write all of this. I say very little, I mean minutes. So I'm going to rewrite it all. This one is the Taylor, and Taylor is number 4. Beautiful, all the papers are now red. Now the reason why I wanted to make the papers in red is because we're going to change them up a bit. And by that I mean, we're going to go right here. I don't know if it's interesting in any way, shape or form what I'm doing right now, or if it will be just the result that's interesting, but basically I've defined a macro. And then PDF. And then right here we would like to do, I don't remember how to, I think it was dot actually in PDF like this, yeah. Color. I can actually color pick. Some kind of like really dark purple. Yeah. Now if we go in here, not here, here. If I refresh it, this should be all, that's all red. I mean, huh. Okay, that's curious. I think it's because the links superseded, I think? I don't know. No, this is all in red. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. This wins it over, yes. then now the links superseded, which means now we need to cut this out. Now it's dark purple. That is exactly the color we want. I know that looks horrendous right now, but growing pains, right? Growing pains. We're going to have the hover. Can I have the hover on the entire thing? Because that would have been so much nicer. And to be fair, I did also like this as a color. Can I define link PDF hover inside? I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah. I need to define it on the side, which is slightly annoying. That shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Works! Beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. Now I know that based on what I've done, it looks like I just blew up the website because all I did is effectively just given paper as their own line whenever they appear. But where there's a wizard, there is a way, and there is a plan and a plot and a scheme. Because the reason why I did this is so that now we can design it better. So we can open up the time evolution operator. We can open up the style of the linked PDF. I don't know why it's crossed out actually. Color inherit, yeah, why are you crossed out? Not hover but this now. Background. Alice blue. Already the first one was the best for me. No, Alice blue. First one is already a winner. Brilliant. Then what we need is display. Inline, yes. I think it's gonna be inline. Inline flex. Okay, good start. We don't want them to have their own new line though. And that's a problem. So I think in order for them to not have a new line, I think this needs to have the style, not div. And then we will have right here background Alice blue, and then display inline flex. We're not done, we're not nearly done, but we're upgraded, which is something. There, this is what they look like so far. Terrible, horrid, horrendous. However, yeah, this can work, I think. I think this can work. Because next, we would like to give it some kind of padding, I think. I never remember which one is padding, which one is the margin, which one is whatever. It doesn't matter. %. Goodness gracious, 0.1. There's also the units. I think sometimes you worry too much about stream being interesting, or maybe more accurately, that what you are doing the stream is interesting. At least for me, I like most about the stream is the action between you and your community. Oh, I appreciate that then. But even then, I think the fact that I'm working is really making a lot of people think that they can't chat, you know? As in, they see me working, and so then they just don't comment in chat because they just assume that I won't read it, won't react to it. Or even worse, that they assume that it will take up my time. I always have time. And because I like chatting as well. The community is awesome. You here are awesome. So I like chatting. Then I'm really glad to hear that figure. The point being, I'm really glad to hear that. We need to find the units, because what we're looking for is relative lengths, yes. EM is what, or rem? I think rem. Or EM. Let's do EM. So then this would be padding 10 EM. 0.1 EM. 0.2 EM. Padding top down will have to be different than sideways. I think the counter that is that by streaming you are showing us what you want to chat, or at least don't feel alone. Hi Darash, by the way. Hi, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing fine.
Glad to hear.
I'm gonna have breakfast, I think.
That's good. Please don't feel alone. I really hope so, because I genuinely do like chatting. We'll need a different padding left 0.5 EM, I would say. Yeah, padding right 0.5 EM as well, like this. So I think we should only do padding 0.1 EM, padding left 0.5 EM, and padding right. There is still one more thing we need to include, and that is inside the A, right here. I would like to include very specific icon image. Icon image that can be only found if I actually sign in with Discord. Oh, do we not have it? Never mind. We do not have that icon. I suppose I could make that icon. It shouldn't be difficult. Or I could get one. Wikimedia, because they have copyright free stuff. Wikimedia Commons. PDF or document symbol. If not, I can just make one. I think I might just make one. Like that sort of thing is what I'm looking for. And you know what, I might as well just make one. Let me think, how would I make it most efficiently? Pun very much intended. I think, can I just start the line like this? Oh jeez, where did I save the badges? Is there any advantage logging in via Discord if one is already signed in via Google? Not really. No, I just do it by Discord because that was the first one, if I'm not mistaken. But just one thing I will note, and that is genuinely a thing. Be careful when you log in via Discord for the first time. You might have noticed, or via Google. You might have noticed that you didn't need to create your account. Your account was created automatically, which I think is really nice feature. Caper, mwah, once again, beautiful. Because, it's not a hassle. However, do be careful, because that means if you already have a Google account, and then you sign in with Discord, that's gonna create a new account. So what you need to do is, you need to sign in. Hold on, why am I showing it here? I already have the website locally. What you need to do is, you need to go to your profile, and then link your Google or Discord like that, and then you have both linked to the same account. Otherwise you're gonna have two accounts. I know that's a thing, which I'm pretty certain we can fix it easily by just having like a linking process. It's just not in yet, because I will be honest, it's not high on our priority list. Where have I put the badges? Oh, I vaguely remember them being... I don't remember. Does anyone remember where I had the badges? Oh, my file organization is such a mess. I think it would have been in logos. Slice of pie. No. No. Oh my goodness. This is a mess. Never mind even the fact that I have double like folders for multiple different things. The shitpost channel has 2 folders. The shitposts themselves have 2 folders. I think I'm losing it. Well, I've clearly lost it, and by it I mean the badges. I've clearly lost them. Oh, hold on, because I genuinely need to think about this. Where would have I put the badges? What folder could they be in?
If I was badges, where would I be?
If I was badges, where would exactly? They should be somewhere in the logos folder. Should be. I don't want to go through all my... Can I just look for badges? Can Windows search like for even better badge? Can the Windows search like handle this kind of request? Can. Copy as path. Cyan! Obviously it wasn't cyan. That doesn't make sense. You know what? I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. It's in cyan. Future reference. Good to remember. Hi Balin, how you doing? Should I address you as Tejas? Or Tejas? It's Tejas from now on. Okay. Oh, also my animation rendered, so I suppose that we should also get on that. Without further ado, what are partial derivatives? Oh, what a splendid question that is. I felt so clever, by the way, because yesterday, when I was in a bus, I just went on to like solve the harmonic oscillator, but I felt so clever because I realized that you could use the composition rule to take out the constant to the outside, which allows you to cancel out the fraction of k by m, and I've just been so smug about it, to be honest.
Nice.
This is like first time in ages that I've done proper physics / maths where I'm just solving a differential equation. It's a simple one, albeit, but it's still solving a different. Normally, I just compute them because I never had the need to solve them. All right, Wolf from Alpha. It's absolutely the bare minimum, but I've just been smug about it because I haven't done it for a long time. It's kind of like if you haven't rode your bike for a long time and then you get on it and you realize how quickly you can drive. Like, it's not quick, but you haven't felt that in a while. I like how your channel has grown so much. I would say that it evolved to something that's no longer just a channel, and I like that. I absolutely do like that. Oh, why do you look so flat? I think it's because this has to be brighter. Yeah. No. Roughness. We'd like the roughness. Well, to be frankly honest, we'd like roughness to be random. I do believe. So we will treat it accordingly. Don't delete the entire thing, make it. There we go. That's a bit nicer. Because now they reflect in different ways. Let me see. It is going to be black and white, obviously. Yeah, that's nice. That's, I would say, nice. Metallic. I don't think we care about it being metallic. But we definitely do care about the color. There we go. Make it. How are you feeling about the launch of the charity? Positives, negatives, unexpected things, maybe? I will say that I don't want in my head to consider the charity launched. I'm like walling myself off from that because there is a lot of work I still need to do. And if I consider it launched, then I will demotivate myself. I very much consider, in my head, I still think of myself as in the middle of the charity being launched. For example, the charity barely exists. It exists, but I still have a couple of administrative businesses to do for it to properly exist. Their website I have to remake. The website I have to remake, the videos I need to do. There's lots I still need to do. So unfortunately I don't have much of a feeling that I will say that so far it all worked out much better than I was expecting, so that's good. But still, a lot I need to do. Partial. I'm going to do it with 2 variables simply because I find it less confusing that way. Oh, why is the other partial broken? Because partial x, yeah, partial. Beautiful. Oh, they never want to derivative. This would be useful, I would say. There we go. This will still take. This will take a fair bit of animation. Oh, I have basically done no scripting for this video. These need to go down. I genuinely don't have much to mention about partial derivatives. They feel like a concept that would have a lot of ramifications and a lot of explaining, but they really don't. They're just a part of an ordinary derivative. Job done. Their definition is genuinely just you have a function with a whole bunch of arguments in it, and then you just do the definition of a derivative, except on one of these inputs. I shouldn't have this be green now that I think about it, because that could be misleading. Green I usually used for height in the last video. Yeah, let me just... Instead of this being a y, let's introduce a x1. And let's x1 be... Oh, actually, quite consistent with my bracket notation. I do consider color to be part of my notation videos because, well, consistency's sake. This will be awful to read, but in a second we'll zoom in and then everything will be much more clear and readable, which is nice. Okay, back to this. We have found the badges folder.
Hello, this is Macaroni coming to you live from Arch Linux.
Hi, the Macaroni. How you doing?
I'm using Arch, so you probably know how.
Well, you said that. Oh wait, no, don't.
I did say that.
Okay. Can I do 1.6.0.9? No, that's gonna be way too thin. Let's do it this way. I suppose I first should check if what I'm trying to do is even doable. And for that, I really hope there's a fancy modify that can do it for me. That would be nice. Wireframe? Oh, and you're just gone. Okay. So, not that. Skin. Kind of. Not quite. I could do it with... No, could I actually do it? Could I do it with geometry nodes? Okay, so we're gonna have the input of the edges. Can I transform a mesh to a curve and then curve to mesh? With the profile being curve circle like this. Kind of, like you see the thickness here gets really messed up. That's the problem of doing it this way.
Yes.
That is precisely the problem of doing it this way. We're gonna get all sorts of artifacts like these, and it's gonna look like it's written in crayon, which is absolutely not what I want. So...
Absolutely.
The problem we're having is that basically we're trying to... Could I maybe extrude the entire thing? That's gonna make this slightly more difficult to work with. Oh wait, I don't have to do it geometry. What am I doing? I can just do it manually.
Hello.
Hi, useless.
Useless! Hi! Hold on, you're not on. You're a ghost on stream. Let me fix that. The process of fixing is actually surprisingly... It takes surprising amount of steps. Hold on, this, there we go. Then,
What are you doing? Oh, there. I see.
add... There we go. Remove a ghost. Beautiful. Fine, I guess I can do it manually. thought we didn't live in the 18th century anymore. Unbelievable.
Future's now, old man.
Clearly it didn't. If I need to manually extrude everything. Oh, and even then, how does one go about this? Close enough. No, it's not great. I'll deal. It's fine. No, it's not. It looks horrid. I do have the Adobe Illustrator, which is used for this sort of thing. I just don't want to use it out of principle.
Are you doing partial derivatives?
I am making a video on partial derivatives in the background.
Okay.
In the foreground, I am making icons for the website about quantum mechanics. Why asking? Any?
The title is Parts of Derivatives.
Yes, it is.
So I thought-
It is. Yeah. The main meat and potatoes of the stream will be working on the video about partial derivatives. There won't be much, as I was mentioning. There really isn't much to mention about partial derivatives, I think, unless I am forgetting about something.
Well, foreshadowing.
What do you mean foreshadowing? Yeah, don't elaborate, fine.
Right, refuses to elaborate and leaves.
Cool. Okay, so we have a derivative, we have a partial derivative. What do we need to get here? We have a partial derivative like that. For example, if you have a function that depends on x, then the derivative of the function will look like this. Okay. Once again, the introduction of it will be simple. No other word to it. It's just gonna be simple. Derivatives we already have an intuition for, and so I will start with that intuition because that's going to be
Ah, lovely. The mathematical. Obviously, intuitively,
I mean,
as we already know.
there is a there is a bit too much physics actually. There are worse things than, as we already know. The left as an exercise to the reader or left implied, it can get so much worse in my opinion.
That's true.
Left implied is a personal favorite of mine. I genuinely do get it. I have seen how long certain derivations can get, so I do understand why physicists leave like certain parts of notation implied. But my goodness, is it awful when you're learning about physics? When
Yeah, it's funny because for learning, it's the thing that you actually need. But for experts, it is actually just better to just leave all that stuff out.
yeah, when a scalar, vector, function, and a matrix all have the same notation, because normally functions should have brackets into which you've given the input. Scalars should be left on their own. Vectors will ideally like to have them to have some kind of arrow or, I don't know, quantum mechanics, ket, and matrices. Well, once again, in quantum mechanics you'd have a hat. But sometimes they are just left implied because no one cares, and then you're left wondering, is that a scalar or a matrix or an operator? Good luck figuring that out. Based on context alone, I suppose. There is no other way to do it.
Well, it depends on where you're reading. Most of the times there's like I don't know the word for it, a library. Not a library. Like, you know how maps have definition of what they're representing?
dictionary sort of thing.
Dictionary, yeah, that would be the word.
The thing,
But sometimes they are left ambiguous, yeah.
yeah, a while back ago I was reading this physics textbook from Library Text where the notation for scalars was just letters, you know, A, B, C, normal. The notation for, I think it was vectors, was letters in bold. So A in bold, B in bold, C in bold. My goodness, was it not mentioned? I just, it took me such a long time trying to figure out why A isn't equal to A, because I didn't notice that one of them was in bold, the other one wasn't. Oh, horrendous.
That's just such bad notation in general.
It was horrendous. I very much did not like that. But oh well. At least the physics are elegant. There we go. It is slightly misaligned, which I think is going to drive some people nuts. I'm just wondering if I'll be the one included. Hold on, I can calculate this. It is minus 3.6. That's the distance. 3.6, which means the distance between this is the x, that's 3.6, to 3x has to be equal to 3 times 3.6. This, so that means that just has to be 3.6. No, wait. Yeah. Which means we need to stay at the same position, minus 0.15. And then, oh, but it's all scaled up. Of course it is. It's all scaled up by 2.14. Why have I done that to myself? No, I'm leaving this misaligned. I don't care. I'm not going through this process. What is the image of the file for? It's for the website, because on the website, I need to remake the website completely. And on the website there are documents. So whenever a document appears, I want to differentiate the types of links we're gonna have there basically. So whenever there is gonna be a document, I want there to be a little document symbol next to it to signify it's a PDF, it's a document you can download. And I couldn't find a satisfactory one, so I made one myself. Oh dear, beautiful. PDF, splendid. Wait, no. There we go. Okay, now in order to make it work, pun very much intended, you're welcome, image source equals to this. And at the very beginning it's going to be quite a fair bit messed up. Oh, Kip has done that using SVG. I should have done that using SVGs as well, actually. It just hit me that, huh. Doing it with PNG is idiotic. Oh my goodness, that is idiotic. I need to remake this. I am going to remake it actually. Right. No, I don't want to draw it. What? It's an SVG. Oh, that is. Oh, that's. Hold on. Right. Why is it drawing over there? If I click right here, why is it drawing this far off? Okay. This is problematic. The website is struggling. The website is in fact struggling. I think I should evacuate. Okay, I think it has consumed me. Okay. Let's not use that website again. That was a problem. Online. I can't just use Adobe Illustrator. My OBS just disconnected out of excitement. Alright, beautiful. Ah, hurts my eyes. Jeez, that's terrible. Okay, so shift moves up and down, control moves left and right. Is there a way to zoom in or out? That's zooming in. Oh, the controls are horrid. Okay. Jeez, just get me out of this hell. Yeah. 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 Yeah, okay. That should be a rectangle, but it is very much not. Wait, is it rectangle? It looks crooked. It looks curved. It is curved! Okay, delete. Oh, I hate this. Okay. This should not be crooked. 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 That should be a rectangle. Beautiful. Okay, splendid. Beautiful. We have begun. Now, may I delete? No, I may not. Okay. All I'm trying to do is draw a simple shape. Should not be this difficult. I can draw it in Blender. Right. This is awful. I don't understand how this works. Can I use a shape as a negative? As in, can I use this shape right here? No. I hate this. Okay, fine. We're gonna have the normal derivative. The problem is that this will be most likely difficult to read if we leave the background like this, actually. Yeah. Let's chill on the background a bit. Huh? Oh, wait, no. I want this. I want this to be still black. Yes. This is the thing I want to be brighter. Obviously. All of these we want to have a more similar color. There we go. Is it more easy to read? That one tile is just mental. So let me just up it a bit. Yeah. I think this should be a bit easier to read. What I could also do is I could move the entire thing up and then I can move the entire thing up and blur the background. And I think that would make this easier to read. Seven. There. Now it should be easier to read, I hope. Is there a volume? There isn't. At least doesn't appear to be. I think it's easier to read. The background could be a bit darker as well. That we can handle with the work just being dark in general. Splendid. Okay. It's not an hour. First place for me. Yeah, you take it. I don't want to morph two shapes. I want to cut one shape using the other shape. Oh. How does one go about utilizing such a shape? No, that's not gonna do it, I just realized. Okay. Well, I need an eraser, but a very specific eraser. How does scissors work? Yes. Hold on. Scissors from this point to this point. Almost. Why only? Why? I am so angry and confused. How can I get rid of that corner? Erase this corner. And this line. And this line. Yes! Kind of. I mean, hey, progress. Oh, why is there two of them? This is horrid. I hate this. It's not intuitive at all. I can blend them together. I can... This is what I want. I don't want the line to be complete then, do I?
You could make them separate lines and then fill it, if that's possible.
I don't want to fill them. Oh,
So
like
only
that
two.
you mean? You mean like double... Oh, I see what you mean. I suppose I could, but there has to be an easier way. Even Blender was easier than this.
There probably is.
There must be. Is there...
There's probably a cut somewhere.
There has to... Is there a way to turn... Wait, can I export this as SGV? Because then I screw Adobe then. Please tell me I can export this as SVG. Yes! Wait, grease pencil. What do you mean grease pencil? This thing? Do I have to do it using a grease cam? pencil. No, wait, that's not a grease pencil. Grease pencil. First of all, the name. I've heard of it in Blender, but the entire time I thought this was the grease pencil. Blender grease pencil. Oh. Oh! Color me interested. Consider me interested. That sounds like exactly the thing I'm looking for. Oh, why the line has so many? Okay, that's too much. Oh, it's because it's sideways. Right, I see. Add. Is there a simpler one? Blank. Yes. Good. Have you ever seen the I Will Drive music video? I have, actually. No. I will figure it out. Or die trying. There was also a very creepy Susan. I mean, my goodness, that is horrendous. That's terrifying. Do I need to use the stroke? And also, please tell me the... Oh. Can I not delete a portion of it? I can, okay. This is going to be an absolute mess. So can I not leave just one? I can. That's good. I'm gonna move it as close to the center as possible. It doesn't actually matter because I'm gonna move it regardless. And then we're going to move it right, down, left, up, connect. Good. Yes. I have never used the grease pencil before. It is something. Can I connect multiple lines like this? Oh no, the answer appears to be no. Okay, I think the rule is that it must be one single curve. Wait, where did the number one go? That's actually a good question. I don't ever remember anyone taking Remco's number one. Okay, I'm turning you off because Adobe, no offense, I just personally hate you. Okay. Then the question is, can I just like duplicate these? I can. Oh, the power in my hands. Why are you making a PDF logo? Because I couldn't find a good one online.
Making a PDF logo or a text logo?
A document. Document logo in general.
What kind of document?
We'll find out. We'll find out when I finish.
.pdf? Is it a .pdf? Or are you making one and then generalizing?
I honestly have no. I'm doing it for the website, so I'll see what kind of documents will be linked in the future. So far, it's just PDFs. That looks good enough, I would say.
I mean, I remember back a while back when, you know, I was working on websites and stuff. There was this what's it called? There was this website called Font Awesome, and it had really nice icons.
Were they copyright free?
Sorry?
Were they copyright free?
Yes, some of them are free, some of them are paid.
Easier to do it myself.
All right.
I don't wanna read. I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
I never knew adding input to UI was complicated. I have no idea what you mean by input to UI because that doesn't. I have no idea what you mean by adding input to UI in this context.
Input. Doesn't UI imply having an input? I think.
I don't
What?
I don't know what adding an input because in this scenario I'm very much not adding an input of any way, shape or form. If anything, I'm adding an output. How do you do it? It was URL 4, right? Wait, no. Where am I going? URL 4 and then not slash PDF, only slash image slash SVG. Image SVG doll. Oh, why is document in capital? Lowercase. Document. Okay, let's see how it looks. Haha! It does it. Beautiful. Adding keyboard and mouse to my own UI library. I was adding input to my own library. Are you adding it based on any other libraries? Are you just, as kids these days would say, raw dogging the operating system callbacks? So are you using like a GLFW? What's the other one? There's also something G. I have both of them downloaded on my PC. All the libraries for it. Python. Oh, you're doing it in Python, right? That makes sense. For some reason, I already assumed it was. I already assumed it was just low-level language. Wait, that's not how it's done. What am I doing? Okay, let's try it. Style equals good question.
I have a video about Taylor expansion.
I do have a video about Taylor expansions, yes. I have a couple of videos as of late.
We also have more than just a video.
Yeah, there's also a document about Taylor expansions. Or more specifically about what happens if you want to Taylor expand an operator. I should want
I can
to
see that.
walk the road of apparent dominance. I mean, to be fair, figure Remco does have a blue nickname with a wrench next to it. If I were you, I wouldn't take that fight. 200 milliseconds per frame is also because send NK image to GPU each frame. Why you say 8K? Why 8K? Overkill for most scenarios. You have to be doing something gosh dang specific to need an 8K image. Let's do this for now. It didn't even change the color. There has to be a way to change colors in such of SVGs. Oh, that's nice. This texture allows for all the image the user wants to send. I need to change the place of the send from each frame to per update. What? It is the texture atlas for all the images user wants to send. So are you making like a streaming software? Is that what you're making? Damn it, none of these are yellow. Ash, you also don't have a blue nickname. Oh wait, I did add the SVG like an idiot. When it shouldn't have been SVG. It should have been SVG, yep. I don't think I need to do it this way. I'm pretty certain this works. It's shorthand notation. We're about to find out. Or maybe it doesn't. Or maybe the source is incorrect. So many possibilities! No? Okay. Hi, the buff. Hi. User wants to put image on a widget. Image needs to go to GPU, so I send image to GPU. Yes. But then sending an 8K, are you talking about the specific 8K image? So are you trying to simulate what happens if a user sends an 8K image? Because otherwise I would be confused about the approach taken. But hi Bob, hi. SVG is just a blank. This vexes me. I hate high level coding. It's awful. Because you have a piece of software that's trying to be more clever than you, and it fails. And as well, do you need the SVG to be linked differently? Hi there, Remy. I'm taking more aspirin, but it turned out pink. Why is that? I'm going to lose my mind. No, this source. I'm losing my mind. Maybe the URL for it just gets messed up for some reason. Static image SVG document. No, that is just where it is. Official driver date. This is weird. I have a similar thing myself. Not gonna lie, trying to walk through it. Then I'm thinking probably because some petroleum will go into it. Oh, that's curious actually. Huh. Petroleum. I would really like to see the reaction there of how it happens. That's the problem. I hate this whole thing. Jeez, so crazy here. People have infinitely 3 times their mind, body, neurology connection, society criticism, car mechanic explosion drawings. Well, it's nice that all the topics are at least connected in a way. Goodness gracious me. And all of that happened at work, by the way. In what context did the conversations arise?
Question about car mechanic explosion drawings. Is it the drawing of a car exploding or of a mechanic exploding?
Or mechanic drawing it. Well, yeah, no.
Or a car mechanic drawing explosions?
The car mechanic just gave up and self-combusted.
That is, no, that is a fair point actually. Is it a drawing of a car mechanic exploding, or is it a car mechanic drawing of an explosion? I'm just on the movie, yeah. I know there wasn't this, but
No, where I got confused is it the drawing of a car exploding or is it the drawing of the explosions in car mechanics with like the engines?
oh, like explosion
The
drawing, as
ignition.
in, oh wait,
Because
or
that's what the mechanic word makes me go to.
or explosion drawing as a drawing of like an engine disassembled, because that could hold on.
Yeah, like it could be the mechanical explosion of the cars.
Exploded view drawing, yeah, that's. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to make an educated guess and be right. Yeah, that's a drawing of a car of an engine, like disassembled, or like in the process of disassembly.
Why call it
No, that
holy.
makes sense. If you look at it, that actually makes sense. I would say the naming is really good. If I heard of it for the first time and I instantly guessed what it was, I would say that's a sign that naming convention is really good.
My mind defaulted to like, you know how there are like, I don't know, mini explosions in like the piston area of the car, combustion chamber thing?
That's
I thought it
also
would be a
what I.
drawing of that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no, there was the drawing of little car parts all isolated in space with the camp. Yeah. So it was this.
It was an exploded view.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense then. I'm still curious of the context in which the conversations arose.
People.
Am I going mental? I feel like I'm going mental. Because I don't want to do it with the image tag. If I do it with the image tag, I'm not gonna be able to edit it quite as well. As I think I won't be able to. Yeah, the stroke does nothing then. I'm fine. Hi, Lucio, hi. I must be going mental. HTML include SVG file as an editable SVG. Well, that's really, there's some people like learning stuff and I'd love to think about what they learn. And more reflection on the perspective of learned stuff. Which is a group in for that session. Do I need to just include it using? Do I need to just include it using Flask? That's gonna be a mess. There has to be a way to do it. You do have an iframe. That's awful. Make it ashen black hole. That's useless. Useless actually has been here for a really, really long time, comically enough. I might even hazard a guess. Oh, do I have a reference? Useless has been here one of the oldest, basically. One of the oldest of times.
I think you can check when someone joined the Discord server.
I can, but I prefer to make educated guesses. I prefer to make stuff up. I can check for them.
It's February 14th of 2024.
Yeah, exactly. 2 years.
I've been just lurking silently all the time.
You have been. This is. Well, nice for you to join the stream, then, actually.
Yeah, I woke up finally.
Oh, must have been quite enough. Been there. I am taking pills. No, I'm going back to partial derivatives. I prefer partial derivatives over this. I'm gonna deal with this after the stream. I cannot even. Right. Exactly, yeah. How has life been treating you, Useless? What adventures have you weathered through? I see. I joined the 13th of May 24, so 1.5 year almost. Well, I joined at least 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly when I joined.
Oh, I was just checking the calendar, and yeah, it's 2026.
It is. It really is.
Oh god.
The unrelenting passage of time. Unfortunately. And ironically, it's the second week of the year, and I'm already so ready for 2027. Nah, realizing that 2014 is only 3 months away. I just realized I'm also using the old version of Blender. There's a new one. Let me just download it real quick. Now, brilliant idea to download it on stream as well. Because, downloading while streaming. Streams don't need a good internet connection. What was that? Blender 5.0. Oh, fancy. performance in the new version, but I can only imagine. One can only guess. Oh wait, is there a way for me to actually migrate my settings? There we go. Are you fine if I just went there? Yeah, that worked. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't know why I'm remaking these setups every single time. They most definitely exist. Yeah, there we go. This, for example, I need an arrow. I have an arrow. Splendid. Really interesting things I'm doing here. There we go. Now all we need is just a color. Beautiful. And then actually no, we shouldn't have it on the plane, I just realized, yeah. We should just have it floating. For some reason, this blender is though really struggling with. Oh, I know why. I've been rendering this entire thing on a CPU that actually doesn't support it. Well, that explains it. There we go. How about we use my graphics card? That'd be nicer. Yeah, much faster. Wow, what a shocker. I'm trying to make a pumpkin today. I have pumpkin at the store yesterday. That's quick. That is really quick. I knew a farmer once. It took him like a solid year to make a pumpkin. Where's the mileage? 2.8. Make it. If you found a band, would you call it Nickelback? I don't even have a nickel, Theo. I'm nickel-less. Give him a fish and you feed him for a day. Give him a nickel and he will die happy. That's what I always say. The famous saying. Circle is what I meant. Okay. Brilliant. I've set this up dozens, genuinely, so many times by now. He might not die happy, but dang, he will die heavy. In mass we trust, as great Nickel Smith himself once said. I do believe it was Quasar who actually came up with Nickel Smith as well. Unless it's somewhere on the website. So this right here gives us a range on each index of the curve between 0 and 1, which means then we subtract from it 0.5, which gives us a range of minus 0.5 to 0.5, which means that then we multiply it by 2 for the sake of convenience, and then we multiply it by a value. And this value will actually give us the length of the curve. And this right here will be our x-coordinate. As you can see, as we increase this, we increase the value. We want it to be 1.4 because going 1.4 each direction. And then, what we want is this is our x coordinate. So that right now we can create just a function with that x coordinate. For example, the classic one for me would be the Gaussian. So exponent, into which we plug in the -1 of the x squared, and then we also multiply it by something to dictate the shape of the Gaussian, and this gives us a really nice Gaussian, which I personally like for example's sake. It feels so unreadable, and I think that may be due to this. Alright, let me see. Would it be readable if it ran this? Well, I would say readable enough. It just hit me that the second example would be a bit trickier, because I would like a two-dimensional function. I suppose I could just do a Gaussian. I could just do a Gaussian multiplied by x squared. That would give us a really nice, like, not quite as well, no, like a saddle shape-ish sort of shape. Buttered butter. could be a bit dry as well, but I'll take it. At this point, I'll take it. And believe it or not, actually, we basically have reached the end of the script I have on partial derivatives so far. It's really not much. I spent most of my time yesterday scripting a video about the harmonic oscillator, not even the quantum harmonic oscillator, anything like that, just the harmonic oscillator. And then I realized that actually, in order to explain it properly, I need the composition rule, the chain rule. To which I realized that I haven't explained partial derivatives nor the chain rule. So I will really quickly need to first finish this video, and only then will I be able to actually get onto the physics ones. I will really try to rush to it because there isn't really a point in speaking about this video. I hope it will be out in 3 days, maybe 2. I hope. It depends on how much I'll be needed. Depends how much I will need it with the organization things of the charity. It depends how much they will take. If they will take the amount of time I expect them to take, the video should be up in 3 days. If I suffer some kind of unforeseen delays due to administrative issues or due to waiting for some emails and such of the sorts, then it will take obviously longer, because such is life. But I think that'll be it. I am a fair bit hungry, will not lie, because I haven't eaten yet all morning. So I'm gonna go eat something, then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna keep on working on this. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you very much so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.